on this very, very exciting occasion. You know, when I was thinking tonight about what I wanted to talk about as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Polish Combatants Association, it got me thinking about history. It got me thinking about the world in which we live and the land on which we live. And you know, it got me thinking about the long history of this place. About the fact that for thousands of years, people have been coming to this land. You know, we're here in this beautiful hall, and I've spent so much time in this hall over the years, but we're here in this beautiful hall, perched on a ridge over Nose Creek. And Nose Creek, of course, runs into the Bow River, and where the Bow meets the Elbow is a place that the Blackfoot call Mokinstis, the place where two rivers meet. And since time immemorial, people have been coming to this land. They've been drawn here by the water and by the land. They come here to hunt and to fish and to trade and to live and to love and to have great victories and to taste bitter disappointments. Sort of describing my council meeting this week, in which I really missed Councillor Chabot. Hi, Councillor Chabot, it's nice to see you. I really did miss you this week. I mentioned you a few times during that long meeting. But above all, people have been coming here to engage in that very human act of building community. And when I talk to groups on special anniversaries, I like to say that we have a relatively short history compared to the long history on this land. And as we celebrated the names of the original inhabitants of this land. The Nitsitapi. It just means the people. We call them the Blackfoot people now. They and the Beaver people, whom we call the Tsuut'ina people, and the Stoney people of the Nakota nations, and the Métis people with their long history on this land, have set up that basis of community that we built on. And for the last 150 years or so, we have served as a beacon of light and hope in an often cold and dark and cruel world. We welcome people from every corner of this broken earth to this place. So we said, you're welcome here. Come here to a place where you can be safe, where your children and yourselves will have boundless opportunity. And that's really what we celebrate here, the fact that we have welcomed everyone and we've allowed everyone to take on this kind of opportunity in this place. To me, what that means is that we have discovered a place where we can say to people, it doesn't matter where you came from or what you look like or how you worship or whom you love or what has happened to you, you belong here. You belong here, and we're going to do everything to help you be successful here. That every single person has the opportunity right here, right now, to live a great Canadian life. You know, the last time I was in this hall, I was here for a celebration with the Pakistani community of Calgary in the Polish Hall. And I thought that was a beautiful example of what we do here together in this community. And tonight, on this 70th anniversary, I want to particularly pay honor to Calgary's Polish community. Certainly, there have been Polish Calgarians for a lot longer than 70 years. And the Polish community here has built so much of what makes this community great, and members of the community continue to have enormous positions of leadership within our community. But tonight we celebrate 70 years of the Polish Combatants Association's Calgary branch. So let's just say for a second, shall we, happy birthday! Is the 70th anniversary the diamond or the platinum anniversary? I should have looked that up. Happy precious something anniversary. Let's particularly hear it for all the volunteers, all of the leaders, all of the community organizers who work so hard to share and celebrate history and culture and create fellowship and make sure that the Polish language is heard in Calgary and to make sure that Polish culture remains a really big part of our community. Let's hear it for all the volunteers, for all of these years and all the great work that they've done. I'd be remiss, of course, if I didn't mention that today is also a day of great tragedy for our nation. And as we think about those young lives lost on a rural highway in Saskatchewan, Please drive safe. By the way, I know some of you are going back to Edmonton tonight. But as we think about that, and we think about how we come together as community in times of celebration like this, and also in times of tragedy, I do have to tell you, I've heard a lot of Polish Saskatchewan names in the last couple of days as well, and it reminded me how deep the roots of this community are throughout the prairies and everywhere here in Western Canada. Tonight, though, I hope that we can both celebrate and reflect on 70 years of history, on how this place has changed since 1947. When I walked in, I said, 1948. They said, no, we started in 1947. We just couldn't get our 17th anniversary in time. So since things have changed since Remembrance Day 1947, as a matter of fact, since November 11th, 1947, to celebrate and be rejuvenated about what we can do in this community going forward. So let me share with you a little 70th anniversary dream. Let's say that 30 years from now, the mayor of Calgary will be standing at this podium in this beautiful hall, and she will say, happy 100th birthday. And she will say, you know what, the first 70 years were amazing, and the next 30 were even better. So happy birthday to the Polish Combatants Association, happy anniversary. Here's to another 70 years of great service for the community.